This is the perfect way to build the win team meta. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman here, coming to you today with a win team meta guide video. So guys, now that Baron is literally a few days away, I want to teach you guys the best way you should be building your win meta. We're talking JINCHUL, MIREI, and of course, AMAMIYA MIREI. But before we get into that, make sure you leave a like on the video. As always, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that other good stuff. Now, the first thing to note is the attack, defense, and HP of all three of these hunters. If you look right now, you can see AMAMIYA MIREI has 30k attack, which is awesome, lovely. The boy JINCHUL has 25k defense, which is all right, and MIREI has 53k defense, which is also lovely. So how can you get something similar? When you guys are building your win team meta, I honestly may start with AMAMIYA MIREI. I think she's the most important player in the win team meta, and if you don't agree, then go read up the win team meta. But let's talk about how you want to build MIREI. Currently, I have on AP's curse because we're about to play Proof of Strong towards the end of the video, so don't mind that. But I do want to say the best artifact sets for her is going to be 4-piece curse and 4-piece beast. And then of course, if you're doing Proof of Strong and you're trying to get out of that red, then I do suggest that you want to go with the beast set. So with the beast set, obviously she gets way more hits in. She has crit built into her kit, so the expert set is one of the best sets you could probably put on her. Now, as far as her magnifying glass, you guys can see it right here, and it is chef's kiss, I want to say. So a good amount of everything, but the biggest thing for MIREI is that you guys want her to have as high MP as possible. So when you guys are building her artifact sets, please have in mind that you need some sets that will have that additional MP. So like these boots are personally one of the best boots I could ask for, because not only is MIREI getting a bunch of attack, but the other substats focus on giving her MP and MP reduction and even critical hit damage. I want to say this is honestly probably one of the best boots you're probably going to see for AMAMIYA MIREI. As far as my gloves, these are my Sunji new gloves, but +4 attack and some MP consumption reduction. You can't go wrong with that. On the chest plate, we have a bunch of additional attack, which we can't go wrong with either. And then the helmet does have that additional MP that I'm talking about. And what I will say, if let's say your MIREI MP isn't 2400 or higher, that's bad. And why is that bad? Well, if we go into MIREI's passive details, this is at advancement 0. When she has 66% or more for MP, it's going to apply that Kuroha's Darkness effect, which is going to increase the damage of your basic skills 1 and 2, which of course we want 1000%, but she also is going to get an increased attack by 4% for every additional 150 MP, and this can stack up to 10 times or 1500 extra MP. So if we unselect all right now, my MIREI MP is going to drop down to base. So you think that I think base is 900, so that's why I have an extra 1500 MP almost exactly on MIREI right now. And honestly guys, this is chef's kiss. This is exactly how you want to build her. Of course, I personally suggest getting a lot more MP consumption reduction, because that's going to help her stay with that other passive, the Kuroha's Darkness. So definitely you could utilize things, you can utilize cores even. If we talk about cores real quickly, the mind passive and the body passive are not win cores, but I do want to talk about the spirit passive. With the spirit passive, you guys have the opportunity to now get MP. So currently she doesn't even have MP here, but look at the one that I have on my boy JINCHUL right now. Let's say my MIREI MP was about 2k, so 2000, and I needed about the 400 more so she could get the maxed out effect from her advancement 0. I could just equip this core. So boom, that's how you guys want to go about it. I personally think that the Nameless Demon's Magisphere for spirit passives, this is probably going to be my final, or one of my final cores for MIREI, if not damage increase. Again, it's going to be what I'm looking for more so. Now, what I will say, you definitely want to prioritize getting her to 2400 MP first before you worry about things like damage increase, because again, this is built into her kit, so make sure that you are checking the boxes. Make sure your MP is super high. And again, the rest is going to just depend on your artifacts, your gems, and that is currently how I have 30k attack for MIREI, and it's pretty crazy. Of course, things like her advancement and her weapon advancement help to that end. Of 1000%, A10 weapon can do some very crazy things for you, so let's not glance over that really quickly. But that is going to be how you want to go about building AMAMIYA MIREI. I am not gonna gap this long for Woo JINCHUL and Mei, trust me, but starting off with the boy Woo JINCHUL, it doesn't get simpler than AP's Burning Greed. Now, what I will say, I think it's pretty hard to build defensive sets or defensive stats when you're trying to build it. And what do I mean is when you're looking at enhancing and you need that to get to additional defense, it's just never gonna go that way. So I already know that 25k defense is super low for JINCHUL, especially after cores just got added. However, that doesn't matter all too much because the boy Woo JINCHUL is the boy Woo JINCHUL. So he's gonna do what we do. He's gonna do what we need him to. Now, if we look at his magnifying glass, he has a lot of MP. Again, he has that one spirit passive that I could be using on MIREI right now. Honestly, I might switch theirs over and that might get MIREI a bit more damage because I think this core has defensive penetration as well. Oh no, it has damage increase, but that's still good for the boy Woo JINCHUL. As far as how you guys want to build him, again, AP's Burning Greed, but get that additional defense. Additional defense is way better than defense's percentage, if you guys are wondering. So for things like your rings, go ahead and put the main substat as additional defense and try to roll for put the main stat as additional defense and try to roll for substats of defensive percent. And you can do that pretty much with almost anything. I know it's inverse here on the chest plate, but if I can get that uninverse, then I'm going to see a lot better returns, a lot better defense for my Woo JINCHUL. And then you can see the example, a better example on the helmet, additional defense as our main stat, and then defensive percentage as our rolled substats. And then as far as, I guess, how the skills are upgraded, you can honestly just put all these skills to level 7. I didn't talk about this for MIREI, which is my fault, but the one thing I suggest that you max out as soon as possible is going to be her basic skills 1 and 2. That's honestly it. That's the only thing that I find that you need to max out all the way to level 10. And then the rest of these can be on level 7, just because that these take the mana power extracts, and there's never going to be an abundance of these because almost each and every character in the game, every skill in the game can eventually utilize that. And then for Mei, the only thing that I did max out was her basic skill 2. That just allows you to get the max amount of mana recovery. So you 1000% want to max this out because this will help MIREI, this will help your entire team as far as the mana standpoint. And then the rest of the skills, you don't necessarily have to upgrade this to level 7, but I ended up doing that for her ult and her basic skill 1, and then basic attacks, QTE, stuff like that, you can leave on level 4. But now that I swung over to Mei, let's go ahead and yap about her as well. Mei, super easy to build. Support characters usually are. Go ahead and just build with HP stats in mind. Of course, I personally don't have a good win Burning Blessing set on for her right now, but she's rocking 53k HP, which is honestly sick for Mei, and she's definitely enjoying that. I probably want to get her mana up a bit, so the core that I currently have on Woo JINCHUL, maybe instead of putting that to MIREI, we put it to Han, because I know Han uses a lot of mana for her basic skill 2 and even her basic skill 1. And then you can see the rest here, a good amount of defensive penetration, but hey, who knows, maybe when she gets like 100k HP, we could see her doing some damage. So definitely something to be noting in the future. As far as the cores for her, I want to say Han probably has a well-rounded cores here. For the mind passive, there's no best thing to really go for here. What I really suggest is you go maybe MP consumption reduction. That way when she does use her basic skill 1 or 2, you can end up using less MP when you guys are doing that. And then as far as the body passive, I recommend MP recovery rate increase as a substat. Now, that's definitely new, but I think increasing this for Mei will actually show very good returns for your win team. And then for the spirit passive, I kind of said it a little bit earlier, but definitely let's actually just change this now in real time. Put on that additional MP for Mei. That way she has a lot more MP to work with. And then the boy Woo JINCHUL, he likes defensive penetration anyway, so you guys can definitely build something like that. And now look at our win team. Super nice, super cool, super dandy. But the video does not end here. We got Proof of Strong level 15 coming right up. Now, currently, I can't even do Proof 20, which is crazy. I think I just need to be a little bit more higher as far as my CP, and we just got to work on that. But Proof 20 video coming soon whenever we can do it, but here's the level 15. Now, when it comes to rotations, you can start with JINCHUL first, but when your boss has a break gauge, you can definitely start off with AMAMIYA MIREI, get a QTE into JINCHUL, and that will add with a little bit more break. So it's definitely something you can consider. So I'm gonna dodge, use her basic skill 1, and then QT to JINCHUL. So that basically takes care of that. So it's definitely cool. Again, you do not have to play it that specific way. It's just the way I personally like to play it. But let's go ahead and finish up Serbi here, the Gatekeeper of Hell Serbi. And honestly, guys, when it comes to the win team meta, JINCHUL is just gonna be out until that boss's break gauge is 9. So let's use our basic skill 2 and QTE at the same time. Honestly, if you guys get good with that and the hard switching, which I literally do from Hansime to MIREI, you will be so much better at the game. I think QTEing honestly wastes time for the win team, especially because when a boss is, let's say, in the break state, that gives you a lot more time to work with and do a bunch of damage. As Gatekeeper Abyss Serbi is literally in freaking peril right now. He's raging out, he's trying to do his thing, and then what I like to do from time to time is just QTE out of MIREI. Usually when her ult is ready, that does signify that she's about to be knocked out of her mass move, or not mass move, but enraged move, I guess you could say. Now here I am going to QTE just because there's a bunch of iframes going around, and I thought MIREI would have been fine there, but it looks like she ended up getting hurt there, which is unfortunate. Now I gotta play a little bit more carefully, so we're gonna try and talk and play per usual, but you guys know anything can literally happen from now on. So hopefully we do not die, because if MIREI dies, who knows where the run's gonna go? Like, will JINCHUL be our anchor? Hopefully not. Now, what's crazy here is that tracking. I find that move to be so funny, because you can literally teleport right behind opponents with MIREI, and then they'll just freaking, Serbi will literally just snap his neck to freaking hit the demon child, man, and it's crazy. Now let's go ahead and finish up Serbi. He's got literally one more rotation until he's done. Oh! Now that scared me. Now, I'm in trouble, right? But thankfully that basic skill 1 can put me like directly behind him. Again, MIREI is so fun to play with, guys. I hope you guys are utilizing her. I hope you guys are drawing for her, because we did tell you guys, you do want to be utilizing the win meta to the best of your ability, and you might be using it when hard mode Baron drops later this week. But guys, that is how you want to play the win team meta. That is how you want to build the win team meta. That is how you want to rotate with the win team meta. What do you think of the video? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.